We're tracking a developing story as Spokane fire investigators search for the cause of a fatal apartment fire in downtown Spokane last night. One man was killed and 22 others of the Sherwood Apartments on Bernard were forced from their homes. And this morning, they're living in temporary Red Cross shelter conditions. KXLY4's Eric Loney live at that shelter. It's at North Central High School. Any of those folks starting to wake up? Have you been able to talk to anybody this morning, Eric?
Yeah, in fact, we're about to talk to one. This is Jerry Rosenthal. He was one of the folks that was burned out last night. And Jerry, you were actually up. You were in your apartment on the 4th floor when the fire broke out. Tell us what happened.
There was a buzzing sound, which is unusual. It happens a lot. People in the house, when they're cooking, sometimes they get a little smoky and it sets off alarms. Every room has an alarm in it, a detector. And I thought it was just one of the run-of-the-mill false alarms. And then there was some pretty frantic pounding on my door, and I went to answer the door, and they were pretty frantic about getting out of the building. So I grabbed a few necessities and walked out the door.
Now, you were able to get okay. Some of your neighbors were not.
Yeah, some of the people in the building are wheelchair bound, as the manager is. They were taken to the hospital. One person died where the fire actually occurred. That person, I believe, died from what I heard.
Yeah, he did.
There was people evacuated from the building because the elevator is down. They had to bring people out on ladders. The fire trucks have ladders on them, and they had them up to the windows and bringing people out through the windows.
No, you said the elevator, in fact, wasn't even working.
The elevator was out of order.
Okay.
And that's not uncommon. It happens pretty frequently.
Now, what kind of damage to your apartment, and what are they telling you about getting back in it?
I had, when the gentleman went and got my wallet out of my room, I asked him if the door was okay, and he says no, it's broke in. So they wanted to make sure that people were out of the building.
Okay.
So I can understand them breaking the door in. Manager being in the hospital, he had to go because smoke inhalation, and he's the one who has the keys to get into all the rooms. So they just had to pound him in or knock him in, kick him in, whatever.
Now, you live on the 4th floor. Do you know what kind of damage your apartment sustained?
Just the door that I know of. The rest is possibly some smoke damage. Once the door is open, all the smoke was in everybody's room that the doors were pushed into. So
Okay.
I imagine I probably got some laundry to do, and the building full of people doing laundry. So.
And they're telling you might be able to get back in at noon today. You don't know?
Supposedly at noon, yeah. I'll believe it when I'm there.
Okay.
When I'm in my room.
Okay. Jerry, thank you very, very much for talking to us this morning. Good luck. They're about to feed Jerry and about 21 other folks here at the Red Cross shelter with some breakfast this morning. I think they're having oatmeal. They fed him pizza last night. Jerry has told us he had a little rough time. He didn't sleep at all last night, just new surroundings. They have the 22 folks on cots down in the cafeteria. And then they'll be, as he said, allowed back in hopefully around noon today. The fire investigation continues. Fire Chief Bobby Willems told us the fire, they believe, started in the apartment where the man died. Firefighters had been in that exact apartment just an hour before the fire. The man had a medical alert button that he'd accidentally pushed. Firefighters responded. All they did is help him with the nasal cannula, putting it back in his nose, and firefighters say that man was conscious and alert and in bed when they left, but an hour later they saw smoke and flames billowing from his apartment. So their investigation continues. Also, an autopsy underway today to see if the man died of smoke inhalation or from natural causes or some other medical condition, not from the fire. Reporting live, Eric Loney, KXLY4 HD News.